What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Um, I want to speak to y'all. I was supposed to speak to y'all this morning, but I had technical difficulties. But let's get to it. I am upset. I was triggered this morning. I was up. This was last night too, though. This was last night, and I had technical difficulties. But each day, I just been learning more and more. But let's get to it though. Nylah says, and I was watching them, observing them. You know what I'm saying? And they had a topic speaking about child support. I'm right on time. You know what I'm saying? Just to see the observations, and it was this guy. It was this guy on the panel, and he was speaking about everything about child support. But this woman, she didn't have any sympathy for him. She kept like, well, did you try to do this? Did you try to go that way? Did you fill out an application? If you go to this application, you're gonna you can do this or that. And she would not accept that he did everything he could. You know what I'm saying? And it was so bad. Nobody cared. Simps didn't care. No one said nothing. It was so sad because I'm like, where the real niggas at? Ain't nobody stood up for him. However, there was one person, but I used to call him a simp. And I still think he's a simp. Hell yeah, I'm a real nigga. I still say that. I still think he's a simp, but I'm gonna give him some cool points and just say he's a lukewarm simp. He's a lukewarm simp. And hold on. He was the only one that said y'all should have some compassion. I looked on the comments. Somebody said, "Oh Lord," and then I know that was a woman who said it. Trying to have attitude, or whatever. But I was like shocked, man. I was shocked. Nobody cared, man. Even the simps, they ain't care. The black niggas on her panel, but you can't expect much on them niggas on her panel. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dang. I was like, God dang, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's no need to even explain it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, no one had no sympathy for. No one had any sympathy for them. And I was like, God, dog. I was like, man. It's like, I could go on, I could go on in detail, but it's just the thought that, nobody has no compassion, lack of understanding. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's it's crazy because even homeboy, what would I say his name was? Hold on, my phone had to. What's going on, bro? What's up, man? I was just talking about when my phone kind of messing up. I'm gonna try to hook it back on the thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it will stop. I was talking about what's her name? Hold on right quick. Hold on right quick. Hold on for 1 second. I gotta fix this phone. That's why you probably haven't seen me talking. But yeah, I was talking about Nylah says because last night I was watching their show on, and they was talk. I was thank you, bro. I was listening to Nylah says. I'm not sure you can hear me, but I was listening to Nylah says, and they was talking about child support. And it was this woman on the panel. She kept questioning the man. He did everything he can. She was like, "Did you try to do this? Did you try to go that way?" And he was like, she was like, she was just reaching. She was just basically not trying to listen to him or understand him. Like, well, you should have did this. Yeah, you seen some of that, and I seen some of it too. And it's like nobody cared about what he was going through. Nobody understand. It was only one person on the panel that said something, and I used to call him a coon. His name's George Macon, I think. George Macon or something like that. And I used to call him a coon, but he's still a coon, but he's a lukewarm coon. But he was the only one that said, I think y'all should have some compassion. Nobody cared about that man. He's up 100,000 and everybody think he deserved that. Like, he lost his goddamn job. You mean to tell me you lose your job, you still basically saying that he should have still went to jail because he lost his job and didn't support the kids, and he had two extra kids, and he did everything he can. The kids lived with him, but it was one little child that he didn't supposedly take care of, and he said he gave up because the court system, like, man, nobody understood that. Nobody showed no mercy on the panel. They actually think that that's what men you ought to pay, you know what I'm saying? But they don't understand. Sometimes you lose your job and it piles up. Child support. Hey, if that's the case, I should be in jail because I got kids and I ain't paying them every goddamn month. But I gave it to you. My kids love the hell out of me, and I gave everything. They think that we're supposed to fight for them tooth and nail. He's a simp. He be on Ashley channel sometimes. That's where I know him from. He was on Nylah Says live stream last night. That's what I'm saying. And Taz, he's hilarious. He's a sucker, but that nigga, when I say he's hilarious, how he be yelling. But look, check this out. You know that nigga Omega Dreads? How the hell this nigga get a wrench? But he want to go to this channel. I'm not sure. It's called something radio. It's called like Maranzan Radio something. And I'm like, I'm calling this nigga out, but look, man, none of these. Hey, I want you to get it. I'm trying to tip you. I'm gonna tip you on something. These niggas that's claiming they real are not real. Cause if you real, you would call that nigga out. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about these niggas that's letting niggas like Omega Dreads on the panel. I'm like, how you go from Nylah Says, but you got a wrench? You know what I'm saying? See me, we watch this shit to observe it. But this nigga actually up there with a wrench, and I'm reading his comments, and he reaching. But this nigga want to go in these panels where we actually talk about what's going on in a society, and this nigga has to learn to try to hop this shit, and then you got niggas actually backing them up, and it's like that. And my tip for you is, even when you see a whole bunch of people following the real channels, the stuff that you probably watch, they ain't real, because real niggas would actually come at with G-check the nigga like, nigga, what you doing with a wrench? You like, this nigga got a wrench. How the hell you in Nylah Says with a wrench? His name Omega Dreads. How your name is Omega and shit, but you got a wrench on Nylah Says. And that whole night ticked me off, because it's like, man, where are the real ones at to check these niggas? Like, niggas, even in the comments, they like, well, Wait a minute. So Omega Dreads paid Nylah Says for a wrench. Is that what you saying? Why would a nigga want to pay a nigga for a wrench? Like, hey, you gotta school me. Like, why? I mean, is he getting paid to, like, this don't make no sense. Like, he's getting paid. He getting paid to. I'm talking about Omega Dread. Says this nigga getting paid to be a moderator? That's crazy though. It's like, I'm gonna read it. He paid Nylah Says for a rent. She charged some people $5 a month to be a mod. That's crazy. Like Omega Dreads. Like, how you gonna jump into these channels, other people platform, but it be a real nigga platform? But then you just went to Nylah Says and you got a ranch. That's like being and then one of the niggas on the comments, well, don't you see the logic, nigga? There ain't no logic in that, nigga. That's like a Crip trying to be a blood. Like, how you gonna join a Crip to be a blood and go back and forth? Like, how you gonna be under? Like, what is? And ain't nobody G checking that nigga. Like, Omega Dreads has a wrench. Like that really got me. Like it triggered me. Like, man, it's crazy. And then nobody cared about the dude when he was talking about child support. And it was one nigga on the comment said he's a low key deadbeat. Wow, that is so wrong. And the news people actually call folks a deadbeat. Like, that's so wrong, man. Because to my kids don't look at me as no dang deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? That's just because you ain't got no job, that don't mean you ain't got day dead, but you do the best you can. So you mean it, you know what I'm saying? Like if you actually think about it, what was that movie, bro? What was that movie? Watch this. I'm gonna make a great example, bro. What was that movie? Will Smith. I told you I'm gonna say something real ish. What's that movie called? With Will Smith and that dang and his son. What was that movie called? Um, what was that goddamn movie called? It was Will Smith and his son. Man, what was that dang movie called? It was like probably like 10 years back. You know what I'm talking about? It was a movie with Will Smith. Oh man, but anyway, he had his son, and they was living in the street together and stuff like that, or because he didn't want his wife to because his wife could have kept him, but he wanted his son to himself. Can you imagine if he was on child support that whole time, how much back pay he would have paid? And he made it. But can you imagine if he was on child support, they would have said, well, you owe this much. He would have. Some people go to jail, man. There's a lot of bad stories, and nobody talking about the bad stories. And you already know what the topic was about. The topic was supposed to be about female. What was it called? Female fuckery. You know what I'm saying? And Taz fucked it up. And Cynthia G agreed with her because Taz said female fuckery is when a black woman date outside their race, and then Cynthia G was like, Taz, that's good. That was a good one. I'm like, come on, man, that ain't no fuckery. Yes, Deacons of Defense said Nylah says shouts people out and give them a ranch to support her channel if they donate money to her. That's crazy, that I believe that's race. I believe she race hustling. That's what they call it, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. And I was watching something about, they were saying something like Taz, the Taz may have Taz be in the car when they be on live and stuff, because they may have a baby together, something like that they don't want to hear the baby in the background. It was something I was listening to on the panel. But man, boy, it's like I'm just appalled because there's a lot of black men that's faking. They faking, and I think they trying to get in what they fit in, man. I can see it in their eyes, man. I don't if you ask me, I don't know, bro, because it's like they may have them, they may speak about it, but I don't, it's like, boy, I don't know. It's like you gotta trust the people that's even making some decent channels. You think so? That probably could be possible. What it is? Oh yeah, Taz said some lame stuff, but this is where Taz. This is why I'm gonna tell you why Taz don't even this is why Taz don't expose women. He actually said it. The reason Taz don't expose women is because he said he got a daughter. But it's weird because if you don't expose women, what you think the daughter gonna turn out to be? It's like, me, I'm for right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, think about this, bro. What if the white, see, when it comes to truth, they don't want to speak that truth, because if Taz feel that way, then the white man can feel that way. The white man can say, well, I got white kids. Yeah, the white man can say the same thing. Well, I got white kids, and I want they to have power. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what's wrong with this America, bro. It's about love, man. It's not about control. It's not about and then you got niggas like, well, that could be my mama. That could be my mama. That's why, all right, you niggas. So your mama. So it's, man, it's you can put yourself in a predicament where you can't even put that same energy on that time. So that's when the white man can say, well, I'm just trying to keep my lineage up. It's like using an excuse instead of going for right and wrong and for peace, because you basically making it a competition. Because now you saying the only reason you don't expose it is because you got a black daughter. Well, the reason the white men don't expose it is because they got white kids. Because if you feel that your freaking answer is should be just, then you have to understand why the white man is winning. But now, since the white man is winning, now you want to cry. Now you want to cry peace. See what I'm saying, my nigga? I don't like that shit. Now you want to use peace as a weapon. Now niggas want to use peace as a goddamn weapon. You know what I'm saying? The Pursuit of Oh, there you go. The Pursuit of Happiness, the movie was. There you go. Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness. Can you imagine if he was on child support before he made it? Before he made it, if he was on child support, you know, he would have had to pay a bunch of back pay and stuff like that. It's like all that crazy stuff. And it's like, if Taz would have had a son, you see how stupid it is, though? If Taz had a son, then he, like, it's dumb because now you choosing. Everybody's choosing. Now everybody's trying to play the game, and that's why this world messed up. Because if women was men, I bet you they won't be with that child support stuff. So they just trying to get in where they fit in, but they mad because they losing. Whoever lose gets to cry. Do you see this one big game, and whoever lose wants to cry out. That's why I like when God say, be innocent as a dove, but wise as a snake. You know what I'm saying? But everybody want to play the game, but when they lose, they can't take that like a man. They want to cry out. Just like when Irene Yvette, when Taz was cursing her out, she wanted to use the peace card. Well, I thought it was about peace because, you know, he was talking about swirling. And it's like, now she want to bring the peace game. Everybody want to pull out that peace card when they losing. But y'all playing that game because we just heard his reason for being a simp. Because he got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So now he trying to cover it up. Okay, well then the white man can play that game. But we want to lose. And that's why, bro, that's what triggered me. That's why I'm pissed off. You know, and I'm glad you're here and stuff, you know. But that's why I'm pissed off because it's like, that's what it is. Then it's like, should I be for black? Should I be for? I was on that one I call out Taz in the live stream chat. He was wrong, fam. Yeah, man. Taz, and then he said, you want to know what else this nigga said? I'm telling you, I swear God must let you want to know what else this dude said. That like, man, this nigga said the reason he act like that, why he say bitches and hoes and he act up like that, because if he try to, you know, get right and try to be cool and nice, he'll feel like he'll fake. He'll say that'll be fake. Well, then, what if the black woman use that as a same? What if the white man, like, what if they use that as a reason? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the black woman use that as a reason for what I don't want to change because then I'll be fake. Because that's what Taz said. But now you making it okay. Like, it's like, but the thing is, Nylah says have him on the paddle. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You feel me, bro? Because now it's like, that's why, you know, I read the Bible. It said that true knowledge. He said true knowledge. I'm telling you, I read the whole story of Job. And I found he said true knowledge is knowing right from wrong. Why? And that represents I ain't gonna say represents, but it kind of reminds me of the Garden of Eden, knowing from the knowledge of good and evil. It's all about being right or wrong. Like you got to stand up for righteousness, not your daughter. Sometimes you got to sacrifice folks for righteousness, man. It's bigger than your daughter, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is for everybody. This is for we all children of the world, you know. It's like, man, they got the rules. They got the rules and the code wrong. They got the truth wrong. What if Martin Luther King said, well, I got a daughter, man. I can't be doing this because I got a daughter. See, that's why I say this is the people I'm sticking up for. That's why I'm like, man, should I not look at race anymore? But guess what I'm doing? I'm just grieving for the oppressed. That's all. And if it was women that was oppressed, bro, I would have stuck up for the women. But I'm just happy. We're just happen to be a black man. I just happen to be a black man, and so it's gonna look like I'm just trying to stick up for my black community, but it's not even that, my nigga. It's I'm sticking up for people that's oppressed, bro. That's what Jesus came here for in Isaiah, and I always use Jesus as a confirmation because I like his morals. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Even God sacrificed his son. What if God say, well, I can't do this because that's my son, Jesus, my son? You feel me? Like, come on, man. He did it for the world. He said, for God so loved the world that he gave up his son. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, I for so love the people. You know what I'm saying? You know, that I'll deny my beliefs towards the daughter or son for the world to be saved, and that's just as far as a little bit. It's not like he's got to sacrifice his daughter. He just got to expose some shit. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna love your people that enough, where your own daughter has to be convicted or partake in Nylah says could have got a better man than yeah. I don't like Chaz Dingo defense doesn't either. He's like yeah, she's beautiful, you know. Yeah, man, it's crazy because Nicki Minaj, you know, Nicki Minaj is wanted for they taking her in because she's for questioning for murder. She's been questioned for murder, but that's allegedly, you know, that could have been clickbait. But yeah, man, but that's what these women want. And it's like they want Taz. You know, that's who they represent. Then you got Cynthia G, but G. Then you got Cynthia G, and they got that thing. You know, and I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I had a woman, yeah, it was just crazy. You know, it's like, wow, you know, and it's crazy, bro. And it's a shame because what's his name? Um with the tank top, George Make It actually said y'all need to have some compassion. But I think he must have finally understood because I left him a couple of pages on a fake page, but I left him a couple of messages trying to get him to understand because no, she didn't murder someone. She wanted in questioning of a murder. But you know, ever since, but that could be allegedly. I read that from one of the these people that has a platform. You know, it was just one, but I didn't even click it. I didn't click it because you know how we is. You know, I gotta hear from if it's not worldwide news, like if it's not on everybody not talking about it, I'm not gonna click on it. You feel me? If not everybody talking about it, I'm not gonna click on it. I only see one. I've seen that only one spot. But then you heard about that New Zealand, bro. But like I said, I ain't hear it on every panel. I saw it on one panel. They said something about New Zealand. They took away all the guns. Nobody's allowed to use guns in New Zealand. But I could be wrong. This is allegedly. But I ain't gonna lie. I know I want to speak about that New Zealand thing, but I'm playing my cards right, bro. That's too fast to be talking about it. All this stuff going on. You already heard about Jessie Hilarious. I like her though. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go. I like her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really see that little ratchet evil thing. I don't see it like I see it in black women. She actually sat in that bed, apologized and stuff like that. But yeah, man, nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, no mercy was given to that man. He had back pay. And they kids down there grown up, and he still gotta pay back pay. And for the rest of his goddamn life, my dude, he gotta pay for the rest of his life. You right? Yeah, white people shoot up places in public. That's for sure. But you already know they still gonna see us as the target. But that's set up, bro. That's set up. They setting that up. That's all the government agenda, bro. That's government agenda because they got something planned. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you right though. They sending them goons out there. But they doing that so they can take away guns, so they can establish that martial law and stuff like that. But they got to have a reason. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. They got to have a reason. The government, see, you, if you ever notice, the government ain't gonna do nothing unless they have a reason. You feel me? They let in order to put up a wall, they have to have a reason, and we have to believe that reason. Just like Nylah says in Tazadam. That's called deception, my dude. That's just like Satan. Satan not gonna tell you to do something unless he have a reason. We fell for it like Eve. Satan told Eve, go ahead and eat the apple. You know, Eve probably like, why should I eat the apple? And Satan gave him a goddamn reason, and she believed it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what life is all about, reasoning. And that's why us black men falling for this stuff with the women, because we believe their reasons. We fell for their reasons. And you know they good at making reasons. Hold on, I'm looking at it. You know they good at making reasons and stuff like that, man. And it's like I see through god dang everything, you know what I mean? And nobody cared about that dude. He gotta pay child support for the rest of his goddamn life. Nobody, bro, nobody cared for that man. Nobody understand what he felt. I'm telling you, that's why people think the stuff that come out of Jesus' mouth when he say show mercy, for people don't know. You read the Bible, it's basically saying you reap what you sow. You show mercy. He says show mercy, and I will show mercy to you. You don't forgive, I won't forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody showed mercy, but George Macon did. God bless him. You know what I'm saying? So that means if George ever go thing by him having compassion, standing up for that man, God will have compassion for George Macon. That's how it works. It's right there in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Women gonna want this when that government chastise their ass. They're gonna be wanting some mercy and stuff like that, and they not gonna get it because they ain't show mercy, man. You know what I mean? They ain't show mercy. You know. It's all about 100, man. People don't. It's all about being real. You think I'm playing? What it say about the rich man? He said, if you're rich, you got to give all the money up. You got to keep it 100. He said, what must I do to go to heaven? Basically saying, how I supposed to keep it? Am I keeping it 100? Let me see if you 100. He said, you rich, you know, give up that. He said, all of it. You got to keep it 100. And Taz definitely is not keeping it 100. He's doing, you know, they don't want no 100. They don't want a man. You right though, bro. They don't want a man. They want that kind of 100. There's two. That's why I said there's two kind of 100. There's two kind of reels, gangster real and gangster real and real, like a 100 real, Jesus real. You know, Satan 100 or Jesus 100. But yeah, man, it's in that video, bro. You look at that video, they nobody care. That girl, Taz B. Nylah says, Suge said. Sure, you never know when he get tipsy. Yeah, you know what? I'm not surprised because you know women run that mouth. Women will test you. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Suge. Yeah, I see. Yeah, women will test you. You know that. You know, and that's the thing with me. If I got to do all that, to keep a woman, hell no, there ain't no way. You can watch Coming to America. You think that we heard what Eddie Murphy said? This was in the 80s when Eddie Murphy said, is it just me or does every woman seem like they got an emotional problem? And that was in the 80s. Can you imagine 2019? Woo! It's 2019. You did? He says, is it just me or does every woman? I hear you, bro. I hear you. I remember when I said that, and I had a debate with this dude because he said the same thing. Because I used to say that. You know what I'm saying? We all said, us men, we pride ourselves with that, and that's what happened. And they took advantage of that pride that we had of ourselves, that we're manly. We know it makes us less other men. See, we want to be men. And to hit a woman, it takes away from our identity. But I'm gonna tell you this: that can be tested. Like I end up putting my hands on a woman. Yes, I should have left, but if I leave, then I left my kids. You feel me? And I thought maybe if I put my hands on her, she'll act right. I'm telling you, women can push you to that test. You can say you don't hit a woman, but when you, hey, I'm not a woman hitter, bro. I'm being honest. I'm not a woman hitter, but you know, things happen. You know what I'm saying? And this dude was like, he wouldn't hit her, and it's just stuff. When you're put in a position, your morals go down the drain. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? When because women will provoke you, like women can provoke you, and trust me, I don't hit women, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying? It just they can provoke you, and it's either that or you leave your kids. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and next thing you know it, a woman will shame you. You're not a good girl. You're supposed to do everything you can. All right, like they do Blueface, yeah. All right. But trust me, I know how it gonna end, my dude. I know how it's gonna end with this is how it gonna end. This is how it gonna end when the woman realized they messed up. I thank you for understanding, though. I thank you for understanding. And if my phone die off, I don't want you to think I hung up because my charger is kind of messed up. It's on 2%. So if it die off, it means because it died. But I want to stay. I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I know how it's gonna end though, bro. Because this is how it's gonna end, bro. Women, they still. All right, cool, thank you. In the end, these women still is not gonna accept it. This is what they're gonna say, man. Y'all know I was just reaching. This is what women gonna say. Let's say Nylah says the government everything up, and everybody look at Nylah says, nigga, she gonna say, well, y'all knew that women we just be saying stupid stuff, and then she gonna blame it on Taz. Taz, you know you supposed to be the man. I'm telling you, that's how I go. And you think women gonna say, you know what, I was wrong. And then Taz gonna beat the fuck out her ass like, nigga, we should have been standing up for this. Nigga, I should have never. They gonna blame each other instead of that women when the platform, it was her platform, she should have said something. And she gonna blame it on Taz. All these women, well, y'all knew we didn't mean it. Y'all was supposed to, well, y'all, see, they would never, even in the end, they wouldn't admit it in the beginning, and they won't admit it in the end. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna end. Now, meanwhile, us real men will actually take the time, like, God, repent, repent and stuff, blah, blah. It's all about accepting, admitting you did wrong, confessing. Confessing your sins, all about confessing. Senators, says in her crew blame black men for, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And the thing is, I keep saying it over and over. With great power comes great responsibility. We're not empowered to motherfucking lead. Excuse my language. We're not empowered to lead. We're not placed. We don't have a place because they took our place. They chose to be the head. They said they don't need no man. They became one with the white man. That's why we don't have a voice. And they still, in the midst of our downfall, in the midst of our oppression, still oppressing us with the blame, still oppressing us with the attitude saying we're supposed to do this, calling us dusties. And that's funny when they say dusty, but I better not hear niggas say the word dusty. I heard DJ Academics use that word dusty, but anyway, his ass is something. But anyway, and have the nerve to say we supposed to do something, to say we don't have our back, nigga, we fucked up. Think about it. 400 years of slavery. Did we have y'all back when y'all was getting y'all ass whooped? No, because we was oppressed our damn selves. But I guess I bet you this much, when that Martin Luther King thing was going on, we had each other back. We had each other back. But guess what? They took our role. They took our role. Now they got our kids. You know what I'm saying? Black woman always dated white men before and after slavery. I got a video of that too. It's a decent video. It's a good video. The title was called is black women in their best behavior when they with a white man. Yeah, I hear them Africans up there today. I had them Africans turning up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I hear them like they. But now, see, now this is the logic. But now I see. Remember when we was little, bro? Remember when we was little? We used to see them starving babies in Africa. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sun. And you see them Africans hungry and starving and cockroaches crawling on them. But now we see. I'm not saying. You know, maybe a lot of people may not agree, but I can see why God allowed it. And I don't know what. I don't know. They seem like they straight now. But you remember when they was young, when oh, say more rich for $5 a day. You can give this nigga some hot grits, a big ass bowl of soup. You know what I'm saying? But now you see that turned out. It's like that Solomon Gomorrah. But now why we see why God allowed that in Africa. Yes, brother. Yes, brother. I remember. See, I was little. You was older than me. I was little, but I remember. But now you see, brother, and that's how it's gonna be in America. And if God allowed it now, I understand the logic, because now look, they doing it again, my dude. They doing it again. They're changing their faces. They dress. They're starting to dress like us, bro. They starting to become Babylon. The Babylonian effect from America is starting to affect Africa, my dude. It's finna get turned up, and in this hour, 2019, God is gonna give us another chance. Somebody yelling. Hold on. Did you hear somebody yelling? Hold on. But God's gonna give us like he's gonna do some big things, and this hour is that's why it's time for us to talk. Like, I'm triggered. I'm not in a position to be making these videos, but they ain't keeping it 100 like they supposed to, my dude. You know, I'm triggered to do this. You know, I thought I was looking up to Tony Sotomayor, but once that nigga put on that damn Trump hat, like, what the fuck? It's shit like that. Like, what the hell did you that? Like, how can you speak against what's going on but have a Trump hat? Just like that nigga Omega Dress. How can you come to our panel, but then I see you up there with a wrench, and Nylah says, like, nigga, if you real, you better not have no wrench, but not let me see you with a wrench. And Nylah says, like, nigga, that's what you niggas selling souls. Niggas sold they soul for a wrench. Niggas out here selling they soul for a wrench, man. They lucky I ain't got no niggas, bro. They lucky I don't have no views, my dude. They lucky because I would come, nigga. I would have came at this nigga. I would have been like, welcome to the panel. You know, wait a minute, Omega Dreads. What the fuck are you doing with a fucking wrench? And Nylah says, nigga, if you go come in this channel, nigga, you better choose. Who are you with, my dude? You up there with a wrench, and you know they the enemies, and you up there with a wrench. You gonna have to make a choice now, bro. But these niggas on these panels not coming at them like that, man. Nigga, well, they're saying you with a wrench. You know how the streets go. You know how they do the streets, man. And you know they keep their circle tight. Cynthia G, they keep their shit on tight. And I noticed George Macon haven't been on the panel lately. He used to be like Taz, but it seemed like he's starting to